Exploring the biology of extinction and conservation efforts involves understanding the causes and consequences of species loss, as well as the strategies and initiatives aimed at protecting and preserving biodiversity. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you delve into this important field. Learn the basics of ecology and biodiversity. Start by gaining a foundational understanding of ecology, the study of the interactions between organisms and their environment, and biodiversity, the variety of life forms on Earth. Learn about ecosystems, food webs, ecological interactions, and the importance of biodiversity for ecosystem health and resilience. Understand the causes of extinction. Dive into the causes of extinction, the permanent loss of species from Earth. Learn about natural processes of extinction, such as competition, predation, and habitat loss, as well as human-induced factors such as habitat destruction, pollution, climate change, overexploitation, and invasive species. Explore the biology of endangered species. Investigate endangered and threatened species, the species at risk of extinction due to declining population numbers and habitat loss. Learn about the biology, ecology, and conservation status of endangered species across different taxonomic groups, including mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, insects, and plants. Study conservation biology principles. Learn about conservation biology, the interdisciplinary field that focuses on the study and preservation of biodiversity. Explore principles such as population ecology, genetics, landscape ecology, conservation genetics, and ecosystem management applied to conservation efforts. Explore conservation strategies and techniques. Investigate conservation strategies and techniques used to protect and restore endangered species and their habitats. Learn about habitat conservation, protected areas, species reintroduction, captive breeding programs, habitat restoration, and ecosystem-based approaches to conservation. Understand threatened ecosystems and biomes. Explore threatened ecosystems and biomes, distinct ecological communities and habitats facing significant conservation challenges. Learn about tropical rainforests, coral reefs, wetlands, grasslands, savannas, temperate forests, and polar regions, and the unique biodiversity and ecosystem services they provide. Learn about conservation genetics and genomics. Gain insights into conservation genetics and genomics, the study of genetic diversity, population structure, and evolutionary processes in endangered species. Learn about genetic techniques such as DNA sequencing, microsatellite analysis, and population viability analysis used to assess genetic health and inform conservation strategies. Stay informed about conservation research. Keep up to date with the latest research, developments, and discoveries in the field of conservation biology and biodiversity conservation. Follow scientific journals, publications, and news outlets that cover conservation research, species recovery efforts, and conservation policy. Engage with conservation organizations, research institutions, and government agencies involved in conservation science and management. Explore conservation policy and legislation. Investigate conservation policy and legislation at local, national, and international levels aimed at protecting endangered species and habitats. Learn about environmental laws, treaties, and conventions such as the Endangered Species Act, Convention on Biological Diversity, and International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, Red List of Threatened Species. Engage in conservation action and advocacy. Get involved in conservation action and advocacy efforts to support species conservation and habitat protection. Volunteer with conservation organizations, participate in citizen science projects, and advocate for policies and practices that promote sustainable development, wildlife conservation, and environmental stewardship. By following these steps and immersing yourself in the biology of extinction and conservation efforts, you can gain a deeper understanding of the challenges and opportunities in preserving biodiversity and protecting Earth's natural heritage. Your exploration and engagement may contribute to conservation science, policy, and action, helping to safeguard species and ecosystems for future generations.